What's going on, guys? Reaper here, and welcome to Reaper Declassified. So, about 5 or so years ago, I posted a video on my main channel about how I had managed to live without running water for about 4 or 5 years.
I have not had running water in 4 years.
And this year actually marks 10 years without running water. Which, you know, to be honest with you, like, a lot of people probably couldn't handle doing that, or just wouldn't want to, honestly. I'm not saying that I ever wanted to go this long without doing it, but as crazy as it sounds, it's become like a habit, you know. It's like an everyday thing for me, and really just doesn't bother me as much as it used to. But with that, because of 10 years without running water, I'm looking back into that video and kind of some of the things that we have done and changed around to make life a lot easier living that way. So one of the main ways that we get water to the property is we have it all hauled in, or we haul it in. Now,
we've got a natural spring that's just about a mile from here on neighbor's property. And that Tony and his family have been getting water out there since before I ever moved out here, and then I followed suit and did the same thing.
A lot of times, and especially in the early years, we would just go down to that area and, you know, fill up 5 or 6 gallon jugs, and then, you know, some single 1 gallon jugs for drinking water and stuff like that.
Yeah, running a little thicker now.
The main reason I don't go down there and do that as often is somebody actually purchased the property, but when they bought it, the previous owner, which was one of our neighbors, told them that, you know, part of the clause was that you got to let, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so still be able to come down here and get water. But they're big hunters and stuff like that, so, you know, kind of during hunting season, I try not to go down there and bother them, you know, just in case they're down there and, you know, ruin their hunting day. So you guys are probably wondering, okay, you know, no running water, how do you manage to clean up and get showers throughout the year? Well, we built this thing. Outside solar shower for the warmer seasons.
Yeah, in the winter times I usually just heat up water and wash up that way.
But with my friends living so close like that, in the wintertime I like to go over there and actually utilize their shower, borrow it for, you know, 20-30 minutes and get myself a good hot cleaning. So with that, you know, going over there as regularly as I do, especially since they do my shipping for me for business stuff, I just go over there and, you know, take all my jugs and everything and fill up there. I have come for the liquid that sustains life.
Out of my water faucet?
Yes.
Oh.
So here's some other things that we've done. You know, we got some big containers that we're going to set up a water catchment system, which we actually kind of utilized and used for about a year, starting last year, I think. Hauling water with your homie, because you live off grid is just basic bro stuff.
The way I did it? Yeah, I showed you yesterday. I showed you the way I did it.
But we're making a big change with all of that too. So next step is we're gonna get another one, we're gonna set them up, and we're gonna go ahead and get like an electric pump and pipe it all into, like, you know, say the kitchen sink, to the bathroom sink, hopefully the toilet if, you know, everything goes right, and eventually a hot water heater and, you know, maybe a washer and dryer type setup and all that. And yeah, man, so we'll be just living off of basically rainwater, which is gonna be awesome, you know, because that's self-sustainable and all that jive. Right now I've got a rain barrel set up for catching water to use for the toilet, so just gray water essentially. But I'm super excited to finally start getting this catchment system set up so we don't have to go on runs to get as much water as often, eat up fuel and just time, and it does get kind of tiresome, even though I'm kind of used to doing it. After about 10 years, it does kind of start to weigh on you when you got to do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, depending on. So yeah, man, this is definitely not for everyone. If you're gonna live kind of somewhat off-grid, or like we do, not having running water makes life very, very difficult, or at least just, you know, a little harder. But you know, a lot of people used to live like that back in the day, and I'm kind of all about the old life to a degree, man. I like living that way most times. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this little look into my life for the past 10 years without running water, which has been quite a little bit of an adventure. But I'm hoping for the end of this year, I will have that water catchment system up and going, and make things a lot easier. Sorry for the pause there. I literally just walked up on an army of rabbits. There's 1, 2, and 3 hanging out here. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully before the end of the year, we will officially have some form of running water with the rain catchment system, and have it hooked up to an electric pump and all that, have it piped in or plumbed in, and have it hooked up to hopefully hot water heater, and make things a lot easier, make life a little bit more simple, until one day, which one day I will actually get an actual well out here. Probably not going to worry about it until I get the shop up and get the business shop up and kind of all that, because, well, getting a well drilled out here is actually not cheap. I'm gonna get inside, make dinner, and as always, guys, remember, stay frosty, ride or die, Reaper out.
A lot of people freak out when they hear there's no running water. You got electricity, but you don't have running water? Nah.